What is going on, everybody? It's your dude Shop, and we are back with the NBA DFS strategy lineup show sponsored by our good friends over at Underdog Fantasy. I am here as always with D Smooth. What's going on, Smoothie?
Not a whole lot, not a whole lot.
Uh,
So
not
we
a
get into that DFS.
yeah. So we're gonna get into some DFS. We're gonna actually start all by recapping yesterday's games as well. But we'd love to hear what you guys think as well. Who do you think are the good plays tonight? Who are the guys you are fading? Who are the guys that you are staying far away from? We want this to be a interactive stream, so definitely let me know in the chat what you think about it. Smooth. I gotta ask you before we start with the recap. Do you like 4 game slates, or like where are you with the 4 game slates?
Yeah, I prefer 4 game slates over bigger slates. I like 4 to 5 game slates best. I usually do better in those slates.
Yeah, see, I'm a 6 to 8 guy. I like 6 to 8 games. That is my wheelhouse right there. I think 4 games, I feel a little pressured to be a little bit more unique in my lineups because I feel like
Oh,
the less games there are, the less chances to get unique, and so I feel like everybody's gonna have the same lineup, and I definitely didn't want that. So yeah, that's my thing with that. But you like 4 game lineups, huh?
yeah, I like the 4 game only because like I like to be it's really boom or bust, but I like to try to identify that the few unique players that's going to give me a different lineup. So you could kind of go with what most people have, but if you get that one or two players correct, then that could really make a difference for you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's go ahead and talk about yesterday. How do you feel? Yes, your lineup yesterday went.
Yesterday, I didn't cash. Um, I did two things I usually don't do. Um, and I paid up for two players that I was in on, and both of them got into foul trouble, which was Joker and Marketing, both averaging over 40 points, one over 50 points, and neither one of them met value. So unfortunately, I didn't cash. I did hit on some good players that got me 50, but at the end of the day, those two were the two that cost me the most.
Got you. Got you. So for me, I'm actually gonna show my lineup right here that I had. But as you can see, I did cash last night by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I will say that. Like if you look up here and you see like the line was at 308.20 and I scored 312. I scored 312. And so I kind of went different yesterday in a couple of places. I knew a lot of people, I didn't think a lot of people would have James Harden. And so I paid up for James Harden and Embiid. Again, they hadn't won a game all year, and I wasn't that afraid of a blowout, but it looked like it was going to get blown out. But I think Embiid got in foul trouble and allowed Indiana to come back and pull within striking distance, and that actually helped me because it kept James Harden on the court, who scored 61 fantasy points. Now, you said it yesterday, Smooth. You said, man, whoever you pick out of Jalen Green or Kevin Porter Jr., I'm going the opposite. And so I picked Jalen Green, who had 30. But man, I should have picked Kevin Porter. Kevin Porter had 49. But I mean, he was $900 more, which is one of the reasons I went with Jalen Green over Kevin Porter. It's funny. We talked about Trey Jones, in the in the DFS show
Yeah,
yesterday,
I had Trey Jones.
you had Trey Jones, yeah. And so he produced. So I don't know if you can see my screen smooth,
I,
but I got my lineup and the winning lineup back to back. Actually, I can let me see if I can just share it on my thing right here. So I got
okay.
you see it?
Yeah,
All right. So yeah, so I got you know, I got I had Jalen Green, Harden, Bruce Brown, who I don't know. I think Bruce Brown just fit at the time. Like I
yeah,
don't
he
think
did.
he was like somebody that I was like, oh, I got to get a Bruce Brown. I think he just fit, and I had seen them play Denver play before, and I thought he brought a lot of energy off the bench, and I was like, you know, if this happens to be a blowout, he's going to get a lot of time, which it actually was a blowout in the end. It just was the other way around. We both liked Devin Vassell yesterday. I did like Desmond Bain yesterday. I went with him. I just think for some reason he's better with Dylan Brooks on the floor. I have no idea why, but he's just better with Dylan Brooks on the floor. Plus, I like their matchup going against Brooklyn, who I don't think plays any kind of defense either. And that should have been the game we stacked because Morant went off, Kyrie went off, Desmond Bain had a great night. Like that was the game we should have went off. We both were high on Laurie Markkinen, but like you said, he got in foul trouble, which hurt. I think the other thing that hurt is that game wasn't really as high paced as we thought it was going to be. It was the highest
Right.
paced game, and it ended up being like one of the lowest games on the slate.
Yeah, and um, I waited to the last second, so I was kind of disappointed because I paid up for Joker, but who we had at the start was Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
So if I had him, I would have cashed, you know.
yeah,
But I think they had the 7 o'clock game, I believe. I believe that was the one of the
yeah. It was one of
early
it was
games.
the Indiana
Oh, Sixers. Oh,
76ers.
they had the 7:30.
They
That's
had the
right. They had the
7:30. Yeah, they had the
7:30 on
7:30
last.
game.
Yeah, the last minute. Yeah. So
But you're right. We both liked Siakam. We both liked Olenek, who didn't do well. Only got 24.8, but that's really not bad for him. He's only 4,800. I think we both were expecting him to get 30, but and then I had Embiid that got 44. Again, we
but you
take a
know
look,
who?
huh?
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, over Olenek, I liked Olenek, but also we had said Precious Achua. He was coming off the bench.
Yeah,
He didn't start, and he gave us 42 points,
yeah. And
and he
so
was only 4,500.
he was only 4,500, and he looked smooth. I would have been able to get him too because Garuba was 4,100, and I had 400 left over. So I would have been able to get Achua or Aldama. Either one would have saved me the heart attack that I had last night
Yeah.
because of how close I came to not cashing.
Yeah, remember, Garuba was the one. He didn't start the game, so at the last second, I was trying to tell you to get him out your lineup. I didn't think he would play as much because Kenyon Martin, but it was the last second that we got that news
It
before
it,
the game
it
started.
was the last second, and I will give it to you. You did tell me, hey, Garuba's not starting. I needed you to tell me, hey, I really think Kenya Martin is going to play more than Garuba, because I thought, okay, Garuba's not starting. That's fine. He didn't start last game. He still got 25 plus points. I'm good if he just scores 25. On
Yeah,
a team that had that was going to be running up and down the floor. So that's my bad. I gotta pay attention to and when you play DFS like this, the difference between winning and losing a lot of times, especially making big money, is making those changes, like switching to Achua off of Garuba. If you look at it, Garuba was still 20% drafted. He was one of the guys that people liked. So
Right.
if you had to just switched off of him and got Achua, I don't know what Achua. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I can find somebody who had Achua. But yeah, if you would have just got Achua instead of him, I mean that would have been. Oh, here you go. Achua, 4.7% drafted.
Yeah. He just had a big game against Miami also.
Yeah,
That's why I was very
22 rebounds, smooth.
yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like that that right there, changing that dude from Garuba to Achua, that cost me 36 points. If I get
Mm-hmm.
36 points, smooth. I got 340 something.
Oh yeah.
I got 340 something. And if I got 340 something, then instead of uh, you know, we can go down, but instead of like this is the $7 tournament that I got in and I won $12. But instead of the $12, I would have won like $20. I would have won like
That's,
or maybe more. Who knows?
yeah, that's almost doubling what you had
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
So guys, when you're out here making your lineups and you hear late breaking news, like consider what that means for everybody else, especially if it's a guy. Because a lot of times, and you saw it just like what I did. A lot of times, people don't change that guy, right? People don't change
Hey,
that
Shop,
guy.
hold on. Look what Kenya Martin had.
Wow,
The
Kenya.
starter. Kenya Martin was the one that started. He's right to the left of
Yep,
Garuba,
I see. He only had 17.3.
but that's still 11 points more.
That's
It would have got you
that's
probably even
11
more
more
money.
points than what it got me. I think also one of the things that we said last year, and I feel like we need to keep it this year, is the person that's coming in for somebody doesn't necessarily get a bump in points and stuff. Like it depends on the player, right?
Right.
Look, people. I talk a lot about usage rate. I love usage rate, and I think people kind of don't use it enough because look, that person's not getting a big bump in usage rate. It just means that the other people around them are going to be hogging the ball more.
Right.
If somebody's coming off the bench that usually is not in that starting lineup, they're gonna get a slight increase in usage just because maybe they're gonna play more minutes but the other guys are gonna get bigger bumps because now they don't have to pass it to they know this person not gonna shoot it like that. They gonna pass it, they gonna keep it and shoot it for themselves.
Yeah, especially in basketball, I always said like um, when you play, when you get put into the starting lineup and you somebody that comes off the bench, you're actually playing against the better players. So I never minded coming off the bench when playing because you're playing against second tier players, you know.
Right. Right.
So Kenya Martin was actually the one. He was actually getting more minutes and playing more consistently than what Garuba was. That's why I was just like get Kenya Martin because he played more minutes and he was more consistent in the rotation.
Right. All right. So we got four games to break down. I think I'm gonna probably do some underdog picks. We're gonna do some underdog picks as well. So let's go ahead and get into this first game. Detroit 5-point underdogs at Washington 221 total. We'll start with Detroit. Smooth. Anybody from this Detroit team that you like?
I want to say Detroit. I want to say Bay. I think Bay is from the area. So um, with that being said, he usually have a good game against the Wizards. So I like Bay, and I actually like Isaiah Stewart also for his price.
Yeah.
You know, I can recall both of them having good games against the Wizards, even though the Wizards is a different team, they're still the Wizards. So I like Sadiq Bey at his price, and I also like Isaiah Stewart for his price.
Yeah, I think for me, when it comes to the Wizards, and we always try to attack the Wizards, especially in the middle, because I don't think they defend big men, or I don't think they're that great on the board. We just saw, who was it, Chicago just manhandle the Wizards on the board in their last game, and so it'll be interesting to see. I kind of like Kate Cunningham, but again, I think the Wizards are better perimeter wise than they have been. So I agree
Hmm.
with you. I like Sadiq Bey at 6,800, and then Isaiah Stewart at 6,000 to come in there and actually do some damage for them. Bay has been solid, hasn't been like great,
Hmm.
but he's been solid. He played against Orlando, the Knicks, and Indiana, 21, 38, and 39. So he's been solid. I like Sadiq Bey in this environment right here.
Yeah. I also like Jaden Ivey too for his price.
Hmm.
Looking at his stats, I like him. But that's just his price. So
Yeah.
no, I'm thinking this is one of the higher pace games on the slate. So I'm really thinking about maybe trying to stack that this game.
It definitely is it's the second highest game on the slate. And guys, if you're out there listening, I don't want y'all to get confused with oh, we like this guy, we like that guy means that, we don't like other guys. It's just we take into account their usage and their price. Like that's really what it comes down to. When I say I like Jordan Ivy, uh, look, I don't like him better than a Jason Tatum, but I like Jordan Ivy because he's maybe underpriced or rightfully priced. Um, I don't know about Jordan Ivy today, so we'll see. We'll see. What about this Washington side? I feel like there's a bunch of stuff from Washington that I might try to get to today. I like me some Porzingis today at 7,400. I even like me maybe some Kyle Kuzma, some Will Barton. I forgot that he's not starting, but he's still getting a share of minutes, and I'm a big DeLon Wright fan too.
Oh yeah,
May
I like the law right.
I
Yeah,
like DeLon Wright as a player, but maybe not tonight. Maybe I don't like him on this short of a slate.
yeah.
But
They bumped his price up too.
yeah, I was about to say
So
because wasn't he like 3,900 or something?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
um
yeah, 4,600 just seems too steep for somebody that's only getting 23 minutes. The thing I like is that he closes out games, so he's somebody that comes in and closes out games. But give me a lot of Porzingis today. What
yeah, I
you got?
like Porzingis. I actually like Monte Morris.
Mm.
Um for it to be 49, for him to be 4,900, his minutes, and looking at the slate overall, I think it might be a stars and duds type of slate. I like him for that price.
So you like Monty Morris, yeah, for 4,900. Yeah, the thing is like he's a starter too, right? So I'm actually surprised that they're not running him out more. But I think he becomes very intriguing, not because of his price or that he's a starter, but he might be under 10% owned. He might be under
Oh,
10% owned. Like when's the last time like you can get a starter in a 4 game slate that's only going to be 10% owned?
true.
like like that becomes intriguing in itself because if he happens to if it's a close game and he happens to be playing well, and Wes Unseld Jr. leaves him out there, like he can play 30 minutes, and at that price tag and that percentage own, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can beat that. I'm not sure if you
But
can beat that.
it's gonna be tough. He's probably only gonna be 10% on because he's only point guard eligible. So,
Mm.
looking at the slate, um, with Chris Paul, Luca, and Steph Curry, all of them, so if you have them in the lineup, like I said, that's probably one of the reasons why he's going to be less owned. But he might, if he exceed his value, then I think he's going to look really good.
Yeah, yeah. I think he is too. All right, let's move on to the next game. Dallas Mavericks are favorite by 4.5 over a New Orleans team that's gonna be out a couple of people. 220 total in this one. Let's start with the Dallas Mavericks side. You got Luca, Spencer Dinwiddie, JaVale McGee, Finney Smith, and Reggie Bullock starting. Man, is it me or is that Reggie Bullock price just way too low? Like just reading it off, I'm like, yo, why is he that far down on the list? Oh, he's only 3,700. Only 3,700 playing 34 minutes? And I know this guy can get hot. We've seen him get hot in the playoffs and just shoot a bunch of threes. He might be in my GPP.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, who's the guy that's coming off the bench from the Knicks? That Hardaway. Hardaway's not. Don't look like he's available. Okay.
Yeah, Hardaway's out. Yes, Hardaway's
Okay.
out.
Yeah. Okay.
Even more reason why I like
Right.
Reggie
That's
Bullock.
what I was gonna say. Usually by Hardaway coming off the bench, you looking for backup, somebody, that could take minutes from him. But yeah,
Do you like Luca as the overall best person on this slate?
yes, I do. I like Luca. It's only a 5-point spread, and well, it seems like the spread might be more but I guess because they're playing in New Orleans. But I do like Luca overall.
Yeah,
He gives you everything.
I like Luca as well. I mean, the only that 11-2 price tag is a little hefty though. It is a little hefty, and they're facing a team without their stars. I mean, no Brandon Ingram, no Zion. Who else is out? Herb Jones is out. Like, to me, but you're right. They're at home, so you got to give them some points for being at home. Anybody else? What about Spencer Dinwiddie? This whole team is priced really low, in my opinion. What about Spencer Dinwiddie at 5,000? Again, no
Uh,
Hardaway, so maybe he probably plays a couple of more minutes. Instead of 29, he's probably going to play like 31, 32. Bullock's going to play. That's the crazy thing. Like, Bullock, Smith, and Doncic always play 34, 35 minutes.
yeah, it's definitely going to depend on game flow, what you think. I've been liking Christian Wood, but now his price done went up.
Yeah.
So he got to get you 40 now. So,
Yeah, I
oh,
like.
shout out to South Carolina too, shop.
Huh?
Someone in the stream from South Carolina.
What'd you say?
I said, shout out to South Carolina, someone
Oh,
from your stream.
yeah, I see Tiger Stripe Stream says, hi, I'm from South Carolina. What's going on? Those in South Carolina. Shout out to South Carolina. I've been liking Christian Wood too. Maybe he eats with no Zion there. I like the fact that they're bringing him off the bench. because like you said, earlier, he's going against number twos. He's going against the second team, and I don't think anybody on that second team really has the height or the athleticism to deal with him, especially the way that he's been playing as of late. But I do like Luka. It's crazy because you would think that, and we'll talk about C.J. McCollum in a little bit, but Luka might be the best player to play today. He might be the best player to play today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because even if you're looking at blowouts, what we say is usually when blowouts occur, it's usually because of the stars.
Yep,
So
it's
they
gonna be
usually get
because of Luka that there's a
right.
blowout, right? It's not gonna be because of Christian Wood that it's a blowout. Like he might help the blowout, but it's not gonna be that. So, all right, let's take a look at this other side of this game. What do you like there?
So here, I think this is where we might can find
Some value.
this can make and break your lineup right here.
Yeah,
But I do like CJ McCollum,
yeah.
but I'm looking at Trey Murphy. His price. Oh, I was looking at Larry Nance also. I like Larry Nance, and I also like Valanciunas because they don't have a big man that could deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
Size wise, they got the thin bodies, Christian Wood, JaVale McGee. So I like Valanciunas. So McCollum
So
and
who's in that
Valanciunas.
lineup that's usually not in that lineup? Larry Nance and is Devonte Graham usually in that lineup?
No, I don't think Devontae Graham. No,
So it's usually McCollum, Ingram, Valanciunas, Zion, and Trey Murphy.
no. I think whatchamacallit, what's his name that you said earlier? Herb.
Oh, Herb Jones.
Yeah, he's usually starting.
Got you. Got you.
So
So
all three of them are
so
also
so the only starters left is really McCollum and Valanciunas.
correct. Yeah.
So I look. So we talked about this. Just because new guys come in, the people who really benefit are the starters that been in there. So I like McCollum and Valanciunas, like you said. I think somebody else that maybe you can take a flyer on is Alvarado.
Yeah, I had him listed too, Alvarado.
Like he's gonna get minutes because there's no Ingram, and somebody got to spell McCollum,
Hmm.
especially with now Devonte Graham is starting, so somebody's gonna have to spell him. So I mean, I like Alvarado to play 25 plus minutes in this game, and that should be well enough to reach his value, which is really only like 18 points.
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say, but you get Luca, then you get an Alvarado. You could balance your lineup out. You know, so and he's also only a point guard eligible. So going back to you know, but yeah, I like Alvarado also. So McCollum, Larry Nance, uh, 26. He could be okay. Valanciunas for sure, and Alvarado. Yeah, that's who I like for
Yeah,
um, the Pelicans.
that's what I like. That's what I like as well. I probably prioritize McCollum, and then actually, other than McCollum, I don't even know if I'm gonna prioritize Valanciunas. I don't
No,
know.
no, you don't have to. But
Yeah, I
like
feel
I
like
said, he was,
I feel like I don't have to. I feel like it you know, it might. I know there's other value here on the slate. There's other
right.
value here on the slate. So, all right. Anything else from this game?
Nah, I think that's about it.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a little break from breaking down the games and shout out our guys over at Underdog Fantasy. Go sign up to Underdog Fantasy. Use code Shopmaster and get 100% match on any of your deposit up to $100. Smooth. We're gonna take a look at some underdog fantasy picks because I am going to do underdog fantasy for the NBA tonight. And so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up on the screen and make sure I got it for you. Oh, I do got it for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me bring it to here. All right. So here are my underdog picks. And we're going to start off with the Detroit Washington game. I definitely love Cade Cunningham over 20 points. 20 points or higher.
Yeah, I do like that.
There's no way he gets less than 20 points in that game.
Your Wizards said they try to play defense now. They got Denny.
Okay, they still have allowed so many points to guards. DeRozan. I mean, and I'm not saying he's on the same level as DeRozan and them, but DeRozan, Halliburton, they all got their points. They all got their points. So I'm looking at Cade Cunningham like, dude, you can go ahead and get your points. I'm gonna skip Ivy. I was gonna do Bogdanovich, but he didn't have just a points one. Oh no, he does have a points. 18 points. That seems low for Bogdanovich too. He's gotten 24, 18, and 16. So maybe I want to skip him too. We can skip him too. Anybody from the Wizards? Porzingis higher than 20 points. I'm going Porzingis higher than 20 points. Even though he hasn't had more than 20 points at all this whole season. Ooh. Is that a mistake? Should I do rebounds?
I
I think maybe rebounds and assists. 11 rebounds and assists. I think he'll get 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
The only problem is
That's
that
a combination between the two.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let me see what he's done since then. He has 11 and 3, 3 and 2, and then 10 and 3. Well, the Chicago game he was in foul trouble. I don't know. We might visit these back. Dallas, New Orleans. Will Luka get 39 points plus assist? Or 38 and a half, or 39 points plus rebounds? Or 3 3-pointers made? Dang, I feel like 3 3-pointers made is low.
Yeah, I was about to say 3 3-pointers. He just got to make 3.
Yeah. He got, yeah.
He going to shoot at least 8 or 9 of them.
Let's see. They don't really say, but look, he's 24, 35, 32, 7 points, 10 assists. I might like the points and rebounds.
Yeah. He's made 4 3-pointers and 2 3-pointers. Phoenix, he made 2. Memphis, he made 4. And he only played 29 minutes against Memphis. So
yeah, I might take the 25 points plus rebounds. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take the 25 points plus rebounds. He does get a lot of rebounds for a guard.
Yeah.
He does get a lot of rebounds for a guard.
With that triple-double.
Yeah, so I'm going.
That's Christian Wood.
My bad.
What's up?
Oh, his is 38. Oh, hold on. His is 38. He should get 38. He usually gets more rebounds than assists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the rebounds. 38 and a half rebounds plus assists higher. All right. Christian Wood. You think we should get him for 1 block?
1 block.
How many blocks has Christian Wood had? He's had at least one block in every game.
Oh, yeah.
He's going against a New Orleans team that really doesn't have any size. All their size is out. I'm gonna go with higher blocks for Christian Wood. I'm gonna go higher blocks for Christian Wood. Not worried about Dinwiddie. Oh, Reggie Bullock. Smooth. He got to get more than 8 points, 8.5 points, right? He got to get at least 9 points, right? He's got 9, 10, and 8. No Hardaway. He's got to get more than 9 points.
Let's go, Reggie.
You think you like it? You like it?
Yeah.
9 points.
6 field goals made. How many free throws? 3-pointers. 2 off. Yeah. I mean, he stopped.
I mean, if we can find somebody like McCollum, I just think Dallas is a good defensive team too. So I'm a little afraid about
pace,
about getting McCullough in points and stuff. Like, okay, you know what? This Norm Powell, we haven't talked about him yet. Yo, lock this one in right here. Lock this. Yo, hold on. Which one is the one that I'm least confident in? Which one do you think I should be least confident in?
I will probably go with
the block. The Christian Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this Norman Powell, 15.5 points, no PG, a limited Kawhi Leonard. We're gonna talk about it, but he is my must-have in my lineups today. He is my must-have in my lineups today. So this is my 5, y'all. This is my 5 underdog fantasy picks. Let me know what you guys think.
That man said Norman Powell is his lock.
Oh my, smooth. Smooth. He is my lock. I know he's only scored 8, 4, and 9, but he is my lock today. He is my lock. He is going to be somebody that's out there that's going to be looking for his shot, and and he don't have to give the ball to nobody.
Yeah, I was about to say he don't really have no competition.
He's not going to be competing. You think Reggie Jackson going to be fighting him to shoot? Nope. The only person out there that was going to fight him was Paul George. Paul George take about 25, 27 shots a game. Like, so, he's probably going to start. And I think he's starting.
Yeah, he's probably going to start for sure.
Yeah. He's definitely going to start for sure. All right. Well, since we're already talking about it, let's go ahead and talk about it. We got the Clippers at OKC, 9.5 favorites. 9.5 favorites. 214 total. You already know. Let's start with the Clippers. You already know how I feel. You already know how I feel about this game. I am going all the way with my guy Norman Powell. Way too low for a 3.9 thousand. There's no way this guy's a 3.9 thousand guy.
Well, he's gonna be a lock on the slate for everybody.
He's gonna be a lock on the slate for a lot of people.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. Like, if he is not more than 60% owned, no, I'll say 50% owned. If he's 55, if he's not more than 55% owned, somebody's telling y'all wrong. Somebody's telling y'all wrong. I don't know who it is, but they're going to start Zubac, Reggie Jackson, Covington, Norman Powell, and Luke Kennard. You tell me who's going to shoot. You tell me who's going to shoot in that starting 5.
Yeah. Man. And the thing, you know who I like too.
Don't say it.
I like Reggie Jackson.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh, I can't stand Reggie Jackson.
But here's the problem. Oh, here's the case I'm making for Reggie.
Okay, go
He's
ahead.
playing against his old team,
Mmm.
OKC.
Okay. Okay.
No, no, and we seen him in the playoffs. So the only problem is how much time would John? I would like John Wall too, but John Wall price is a little high for me. But I think I would take a flyer on Reggie. You know,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's really taking a flyer on Reggie though. Like the only reason why I don't like Reggie is because I feel like he doesn't look for his shot enough. I just feel like he doesn't look for his shot enough, and he's not that good defensively.
no. You know he's not gonna be in the game. You know he's not gonna be in
He's
the game at the end of the
Yeah, he's
game.
not closing out the
Now
game.
that
That's going to be John Wall closing out the game.
yeah,
But
but
which
now you
I might want some John Wall.
yeah, you can. John Wall is nice. This is a nice environment right here because you don't have only person you have is Kawhi. Really, I even like Covington because all of their prices. Somebody got to score.
Somebody got to score smooth. Somebody got to score. I even like Luke Kennard.
And I was going to say, this is the game you're going to want to look at to see who's starting because if Luke Kennard is coming off the bench,
Oh,
I definitely like him.
yeah.
You know
You know who I don't like?
who?
That Batum guy.
Nah.
He's still. I know we said we were going to clear, our ban list and stuff at the beginning of the season. We were going to start afresh. He's already on my ban list for this season.
If Kawhi is out, I'm in on Batum.
If Kawhi is
I'm in
out,
on Batum if Kawhi don't play for some reason.
if Kawhi is out, I'm playing 4 Clippers. If Kawhi is out, I'm playing 4 Clippers. Mark it. Mark it. I am playing Norman Powell, Reggie Jackson, Kennard, and John Wall. I don't even think they can afford to have Kawhi out.
Nah, they can't.
They got to
It's
have what? How many people?
man.
They got to have 9 people. They got 10.
But I just feel like with the Clippers and their coach Ty Lue, like they don't care. When they made the playoffs, they didn't even have nobody. They didn't have Paul George at the end of the season, and they was winning games. So I think they really about team. So like they're going to play. They're going to play like they're not going to be like, hey, we're going to at least play you a lot of minutes, Kawhi. Because we need to win the game. I think they're going to be one of the teams that don't care where they stand at, far standing. But
That's
yeah,
true.
I definitely would want a lot of the Clippers.
Yeah.
That could be a game that OKC make competitive. You know, yeah. Can't wait to see what the optimal.
All right. So let's move over to OKC. Who do you like in OKC? I like Lou Dortz.
Luke Dort.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think without no SGA, I was looking at the usage earlier. His thing goes from a 22% usage rate to a 28% usage rate with no SGA
Oh yeah.
and no Giddy. No SGA and no Giddy.
So that means yeah. So I like Trey Man also. I mean, I'm not big on him, but he's going to be probably going to be the starting point guard. Baisley, Baisley is the guy in these situations when they have a lot of starters out. He's a guy you want to consider too. He usually
Oh yeah, last year
produces
he
with
tore it up
OKC.
like
Yeah.
during that stretch that SGA was out.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he's got limited minutes the last. But he only played 4 minutes the last game. I don't know what happened there,
Yeah.
but yeah. I think it's interesting that the Clippers, going back to the Clippers real quick. I think it's interesting that the Clippers don't have any percentage on you know, on roto grinders, but everybody else has percentage on. They got Baisley for 1% smooth. 1%. 1% at 4.3. Like you said, when people are out, he's one of the guys that steps it up too.
Yeah, I really like Beasley. Out of all of them, I really like Beasley.
Now, do you think you don't think that there could be a blowout here, do you?
Mm, I think it. Uh,
I,
Looking at it, it don't seem like it, but I'm kind of like it's one of them games. Like even if it's a blowout, they already got people missing. If we're looking at the Clippers, that is,
right, that's what I'm
you
saying.
know. So I,
Yeah, right. If it's a blowout the other way, like if you're saying OKC gonna blow them out, then no, I have no worries because the Clippers can't do anything about it anyways. It's not they don't have people that they could just roll in there.
yeah, so yeah, they already like yeah, I think everybody going to see most of the minutes. Um, like I say, because most of the team is already coming off the bench. Only Reggie Jackson, Norman Powell did start, and Zubac
Right.
are really the main ones that's truly starters or
Yep.
were starters.
Great one
So
said it's gonna
everybody
be
else,
a rough year for his OKC team. I don't think it's gonna be that rough. I think they just need to get. I think OKC is one of the exciting teams with SGA and Giddy out there. And I agree with you, Big Stu. But even those role players are still going to get run. Like right, yeah, they're not going to save Baisley if even if it's a blowout on the other side.
but
Like
their coaching staff do weird stuff. Like they don't like they play like they just play somebody one night and then won't play them the next game. Like well, looking at last year,
mm-hmm.
so it's hard to predict who they're going to play. You know,
Yeah. All right, all right. Anything else from this game? This game has a lot of potential, and the only thing about it is it's supposed to be the lowest scoring game of the night. Are you afraid? Any worries about it being the lowest scoring game?
nah, no worries, because all your value is here. A lot of your value is here.
Yeah.
So only thing with them is they start at 8, and the other two games start at 7 and 7:30. So you're not going to get their starter lineups till about 7:30 or later. So
Yep.
you're not going to really know who's playing, and the slate already started.
Yep. All right, let's get to this last game. We got the Golden State Warriors at the Phoenix Suns. Should be a very competitive game. I'm looking at the Golden State Warriors here, and I gotta be honest with you. I don't like anything. I don't like anything. They're gonna start Curry, Wiggins, Thompson, Green, Looney. Wiggins looked like he went up a little bit in price. Do you like anybody from Golden State in this one?
I was going to say I like Steph, but I was thinking Golden State was playing at home. But Steph and Chris Paul got a little thing going on. So I do like Steph.
Always creating the storyline. Always creating the storyline. That's
I'm
what gets
just
you through, huh?
I'm just telling you, Steph and Chris Paul
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be competitive. Those was the 1 and 2 teams last season. So Phoenix not giving in.
Nah,
So
nah, they not.
but
I guess just looking at it from a sort of like a minute standpoint, yeah, I really don't. I really don't like anybody. Like Draymond Green, maybe. he might be the only viable option, but I don't like it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I only like Steph. I like Steph and Wiggins for minutes, but his price to move his price has bumped up, and Phoenix played decent, decent defense. So I really don't like Wiggins now that his price has moved up
Right, right.
because
Johnson
his
said,
price.
"Shop, I couldn't make it on time. Did you like anyone in the Mass Pelican games? We liked a lot of people in the Mass Pelican game. Doncic, of course. McCollum's going to be good. Who is our? I even will take some shots at Jose Alvarado in
Yeah,
that game. But yeah, Smooth. Going back to Big Stupid said, what about Jordan Poole? Nope, I don't want none of him.
he done pissed me off early, so I'm almost out on Poole. It depends on the game. If I don't like Poole in this game, I like them in the Sacramento game. Like if
Yeah, I
it's an
like
up
him more
tempo
in
free flowing, I
up
like
tempo
Poole.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think this is a game that's going to suit him very well. Cameron Payne is going to come in and try to put the clamps on him because he's mad that Jordan Poole got his money and Payne ain't got his money yet. So,
look at Mr. Storyline. Gotta be on the storyline. Where you get that one from?
hey, so hey, look. Sometimes you got to make up your own stories to fit the narrative. To fit the narrative, sometimes you gotta have your own stories. You gotta have your own stories. All right, let's go to Phoenix here. Phoenix, maybe the person I really like is DeAndre Ayton
Yeah,
at 7,000. I mean, I just don't think Golden State's big men are good enough. So I do like him. I actually like some Mikal Bridges too. Still no I was just about to call him Stomp. I was
yeah.
about to still no Crowder. Still no
Is he
Crowder.
still on the team? I didn't know whether he was on the team or not because I haven't seen him listed. So
Nah, he's still on the team. He's just hurt.
okay, okay, okay.
He's
Good
just hurt.
stuff.
So
I didn't know.
yeah. So I like Cameron. I feel like Cameron Johnson is still viable. I feel like Mikal Bridges is still viable. Mikal Bridges is one of those guys who plays a lot of minutes, and if his shot starts falling, if he starts attacking the rim, like he does very well. But sometimes he's so locked in defensively that he doesn't shoot or he's not worried about offense. So, but yeah, definitely Aiton. You like Chris Paul or Devin Booker in this one?
Not for their price. Not at Chris Paul. I like Chris Paul for his price, but Devin Booker, I don't like him for his price. But Devin might they gonna try to win this. So I mean they try to win every game, but yeah, Devin Booker, I yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Chris Paul's price at 7,400. It is good. It looks like Devin Booker is going to be highly owned at 45. I don't know about that. Like,
yeah,
I don't know about Devin Booker at 8,500 being 45% owned. I, Devin Booker might be my fade of the night. He might be my fade of the night.
yeah. It's too much. It's too much value to pinpoint him.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm gonna have trouble at point guard because I got my value picks were at point guard, but now I might Luca and Steph. Yeah, but yeah, I like Chris Paul. That's who I would like out of the.
You like Chris Paul?
Yeah, if I gotta have somebody in the late game, which I try to always have that one person, I would probably go with Chris Paul for his value.
Sometimes the late games be clutch because you be down and you only have one person, but every time because nobody else is playing, every time that person
Mhm.
scores, you getting
Yeah,
closer and closer to that line. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up. Who do you like overall? Who give me your top stud your top value guy, and the guy that you're probably fading.
Fading top value. I would probably have to go with Luca for
For
mine.
top value or just
Oh
top
no,
dog?
value. You said top value.
I say top
Top
dog,
value.
top
Okay.
value,
Top
and
dog Luca.
hmm
Top value. I want to go with. Ooh, no, not him. Oh, top value. You already named him. Norman Powell.
yep.
Norman Powell.
And who are you fading? Who's the top guy that you are fading? I won't even say value. Who is like somebody above 8,000 that you're fading, or you're not fading anybody above 8,000? There's only like five people. You got Christian Wood, McCollum, Devin Booker, Curry, and Doncic.
Chris, Christian Wood.
Christian Wood.
Christian
Okay.
Wood. Hold on.
So
What's that?
so I feel like we almost got the same thing. My top dog is definitely Luca. I'm definitely probably gonna have a lot of Luca tonight. My top value, I mean, is gotta be Norman Powell. I don't understand how it can't be nobody other than Norman Powell. Again, if somebody told you to stay away from Norman Powell today, then they trying to pull one over on you. And then my fade, I'm with you, Christian Wood. I'm probably gonna fade him. Out of the top guys, he's gonna be playing the less minutes. He's coming off the bench. Like
I mean,
he's 8,000 coming off the bench. Imagine, and everybody else that's a starter on that team is like 5,000 and less. Like I like Reggie Bullock today too. I like Reggie Bullock as one of the top values. So
man. And how many minutes you think Kawhi could get? I'm looking. Kawhi's only 7,000.
I know. I was looking at that.
Oh, but they're not paying him over 20 minutes.
They
I don't
right,
say,
right. I
look.
was about to say they're not playing him over 20 minutes.
I just see his price. I was like, hold up.
Is
If you gonna get him
is 21
25,
and 20 is the games that he played right now. They're I don't know why they got him projected at 27 minutes unless we find out something later that they said they lift the 20 minute
mhm,
restriction, and maybe they do it because they got whatchamacallit out. He would become interesting if they said, hey, we're giving him the full amount of minutes. I
oh
think he
yeah,
becomes interesting. He
he's a
becomes an
lock for
interesting
me.
play.
He's a lock for me.
He's a
If
lock
they
for you
look,
if they say there's no minute restriction,
no minutes, or if he starts
or if he starts. Yeah,
at 7,000, man.
yeah. The clause 7,000. Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for the NBA DFS strategy lineup show. Again, appreciate everybody coming through. Yeah, just appreciate everybody coming through. Any last words, Smooth?
Just if you're betting, just check the starting lineups. That's the best one I had for tonight. This seemed like a COVID type thing with people in and out of lineups. So definitely keep an eye on the lineups,
Yeah,
even after the game start
yeah. Definitely
or
check
the
the
slate start. Yeah,
yeah,
the slate
definitely
start.
check the lineups, and also, I get this question asked a lot too. Smooth is, you know, people always say, "Hey, you always giving out bets, but you never say how you did in your bets," and that's why we added yesterday's recap to the show because I want to be 100% transparent about what we doing and what we not doing. So even if you have questions, let me know in the DFS in my Discord. I got a DFS channel. I'll try to answer those questions for you. If you've never played and want to learn how to play, I can definitely shoot you some videos to go take a look at first, and then we can help you out. Again, we're not we're not experts at this. We're not. I feel again. I said yesterday. I feel like until prop bets come to Maryland, DFS is a good way to like build your bankroll, and we'll see. And maybe I really want to take down a tournament. So I'm going to try to take down a tournament today. I get into a lot of, if we just go to like sort of the contest that they have, I get into the nickels. So if you go to NBA, you go to full rosters. I get into the 5 cent nickels. I get 150 of those lineups. I get into the quarters. I get 20 of those lineups. Those are the max that you can get. Hey, Smooth, did you notice that like in baseball and stuff, they get let you get more than 20 quarters, but in basketball, you only can get 20 quarters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Football,
Yeah, football too.
baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so and then I get into a bunch of $1 and $2 single entry tournaments that are like going for like 15,000, 10,000, stuff like that. So that's usually what I try to get into. But if you have any questions, again, let me know. Let me know. We're here to help. Appreciate everybody coming out. I got Big Stupid, John Z, Great One. Appreciate Howell. Appreciate all y'all coming through. There will be no NBA DFS strategy lineup show for tomorrow unless it's late. I got plans tomorrow, so I won't be available. But who knows? Maybe Smooth will strike up a stream and get y'all right and get y'all right. Nah, I'll probably do it if I'm sure I'll get back before lock. So if I get back before lock, like around 5 o'clock, I'll throw up a stream and just go over the games then. So appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Be blessed. We're out.